up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Man, we got some breaking news. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Xavien Howard has officially requested a trade. This is loaded, man. We're going to have a great stream tonight because we got a lot to talk about. We got tons to freaking talk about now. We're going to have a great stream. We're going to have some guests on, man. We're going to talk about this because what does it mean going forward? What implications does it mean? Who do we trade with? What do we get for them? Or is it going to be with a play? I mean, it's so much to talk about. But before we get started and I start going in on this Instagram post, y'all hit that like button. Because you know they ain't hooking everybody up with the notifications. We got 278 people watching, only 91 likes. Punch that like button. Shout out to the newest member to the channel, Sinatra 305. Appreciate the love and the support. Shout out to DJ with the donation. Said X and Devontae Parker to the Saints for Kamara and Ruiz. Book it. Listen, man, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. Man, he has officially asked for the trade. Not only did he ask for the trade, he just wanted to go public and go blast. He just asked for a trade today. He just went public and I think he thought that he was blasting the Dolphins. But we're going to break that down. We're going to break that down. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me be clear before I even get started. Let me be clear. There is still, in my opinion, a 20% chance that Xavien Howard is going to play for the Miami Dolphins this year. Let me get that straight now. There is still a small little 20% chance that he's going to play, but whatever. We're going to shelf that because it ain't irrelevant for the conversation, but I just had to make sure that I said that there's still a 20% chance, and we're going to break down all those components. Hit that like button, man. Wow. Wow, he did it publicly, loud and proud. And I'm about to read it. And we're going to break down exactly what he's saying because half of the stuff he said wasn't even true. Or don't even make sense. Shout out to Theo. Does this raise or lower X value? It raises it. That's one thing I tell you that I am appreciative of. It raises the value. Shout out to the Mod Squad and shout out to all the members, man. I don't know why. I feel like, okay, but something about this is just like, I ain't tripping. It is what it is. I ain't losing no sleep over this, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to break down why. But at the same token, I'm annoyed now. I'm annoyed. I am annoyed by, we're going to break it down. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I'm sorry if I'm yelling at you, but just hit the like button. Ugh, I'm annoyed. Gosh, we about to get started, man. Shout out DJ with the donation, said Dolphins stuck with him during the legal and injury issues, paid him top 5 money, yet was looking at Jones' pocket. Trade him now. Oh my gosh, see, I said I'm gonna get started, but before I get started, I'm trying to calm down, and that donation just brought me back up. It brought me back up. It brought me back up. It did. It did, but I'm going to calm down. Y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button. We got 393 people in here, 226 likes. Hit the like button. All you got to do is do it one time. And them 2 haters that hit the dislike button, thank you. Thank you. Hit the like button, man. Gosh, I can't believe this guy. Cannot believe this guy. Man, let's get started, man. I'm about to get started, all right? Should I become a member or Patreon? Become a member, man. We shut the Patreon down. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. I want y'all to waste y'all money over there on the Patreon. We become a member, bro. All right, we got 400 people, man. Let's get started. We got 430 people now. Let's get started. Listen. Shout out to A Burgos with the donation, man. Appreciate you, man. Let's get started. Listen, I'm sorry. I can't read y'all comments right now because I need to go on a tangent and a rant. I need to read what this man wrote, and then I need to break it down. And it is what it is. And when I'm done, y'all know I'm going to try to get my little 20-minute soliloquy talking about all the stuff that I need to talk about. And then we'll proceed. And then I'll get to everybody in the comment section and answer your questions and read your comments and bring a few people on to talk about this. Shout out to the homie Ball Game. I see you, man. Hopefully you can come on in a few minutes whenever I'm done with my take, man. Let me go and get it out the way. Let me read what this man said. I've given my heart and soul to the Miami Dolphins franchise since they drafted me in 2006 and want to make it clear that I love my teammates. Okay, that's fair. Appreciate you, X, for loving your teammates, not the organization, but appreciate you. And I will say, you gave your all. I'll give you that. You know, you got injured a lot, but you did give your all. They are my family. He referring to his teammates. But what I've learned is that the business side of the NFL proves organizations don't always have a player's best interest at heart. Correct. He ain't never lied. He is correct. All right. Let's keep it moving. My heart with the Dolphins the past few seasons has taught me that. Hold on. Let me back up. My heart with the Dolphins the past few seasons has taught me that. In 2018, I signed an extension that I'll admit I didn't completely understand or feel comfortable with. Oh, well, maybe that's revelation. That's why you fired your agent. Because you signed a piece of paper that you didn't understand or feel comfortable with. You signed a piece of paper that you didn't understand or feel comfortable with. But had you got hurt last year, you would have been just fine collecting that $15 million on IR. You would have understood that just fine. You would have understood that. Man, how you don't understand a basic contract of we paying you for 5 years, $75 million, and only 2 years guaranteed. The third year, and we can cut you if we want. I mean, come on, Joe Schmo off the street understand the contract. Come in, no, you ain't shifting this, homie. You ain't shifting this. Let me read this again. My experience with the Dolphins the past few seasons has taught me that. In 2018, I signed an extension that I'll admit I didn't completely understand. But shut up, TD. Or feel comfortable with. Let me move on. I've played on that deal for 2 seasons. No, you didn't. You played on it for 1. Not even 1.5. You ain't play on it. You was hurt. Sitting on the bench collecting the money from it. You weren't complaining in. I played on that deal for 2 seasons and didn't complain. Of course you ain't going to complain on IR making $15 million a year. Of course you ain't going to complain. But everyone knows I've significantly outperformed that deal. This is what I was trying to tell y'all. See, he think he significantly outplayed the deal. You know what we got? We got 2 seasons. We got 2 seasons of Xavien Howard where he only played 1 full season, and the man got paid $30 million within the 2 seasons. $30 million in 2 seasons, and we only got to enjoy the fruits of 1 season, but he outplayed the deal. But hey, you know what? There is a part of me that, hey, I ain't tripping now because by all means, go get your money. But this, for Dolphin's sake, are you kidding me? So let me be clear. I'm annoyed right now. I'm not annoyed at him doing what he got to do that's best for him and his family, but I'm just ripping this apart because it ain't all true. It's not all true. Let me keep it moving, man. I'm one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. True. And the tape backs that up, backs that claim. True. The assignment I'm given, shadowing the opposite best player with little help, lies, lies, lies. You share that responsibility. You share that responsibility. It proves my value, my worth. Yeah, I'm the second highest paid cornerback on my team, and it's not even close. That's when I almost lost it. Why you in another grown man pockets? Why you in Byron Jones' pocket? You could have wrote this whole thing without talking about, yeah, I'm the second highest paid player on my own team. Reference the freaking NFL. I played the best. I played at least the second best last year, and I'm not even the top 5 paid at the position. Don't be talking about Byron Jones. Why are you? Oh my God, man. See, you know what? That's why they gonna trade him for real. You know what? It ain't no 20% chance he stay. He gone now. Cause you don't win in another man pocket that's in the same locker room as you. Ain't no coming back from that. Byron Jones probably be up in there like, you coming there tomorrow, Byron Jones, like, dang, you had to reference me? What's up with that? He got to go now. Ain't no coming back from that. That's bad for the locker room. You already talk about another player. Byron Jones probably at home right now like, for real? Bro, I done covered number ones just as much as you. I ain't the one out here getting 7 pass interferences called on me in a year. I only got 1. Yeah, that's what Byron probably saying. Coming at that, man. You don't do that, man. I'm all for this man getting his money now. I'm telling y'all. He doing what's best for him. But you, this ain't how you do it. First of all, you didn't even have to do this. You could have just, we already know when you went in that building today and they sat down and talked with you, you came up to the conclusion that when you leave, you're going to speak to your agent and you're going to request a formal trade. He requested the formal trade, but somehow they decided they wanted to come up with this. He ain't have to, oh, wait, I'll get to the, no, I'm going to hop to the end, then I'm going to go back. Until the trade happens, I'm just here so I don't get fined and will handle myself like a professionals do. This ain't professional. This ain't what they do, especially not calling out another player, talk about how much money he getting paid over you. That ain't professional. That ain't even cool, man. That ain't even cool. That's just, this ain't even, I ain't hating on this man because I'm telling you, go get your cash, X. If it was me, I'd do the same thing, but I ain't doing this. I ain't doing this mess. That ain't cool. When I started this stream, I said there's still a 20% chance that he coming back. But no, when you think about what he said, I ain't even the second highest on my own team. You all up in another man's business, trying to put it on blast. It's not cool, man. It ain't even professional. Let me go back, man. Calm down. Hold on. Y'all give me a second, man. Give me a second, please. Let me continue. Thank y'all for your patience. Please hit the like button. 690 people watching. We got 340 likes. It's other Dolphin fans that watch this channel that didn't get the notification. Help out, y'all. Hit the like button. Let's get over 400 likes real quick. Let's do it, y'all. Hit the chat, remove the chat, hit the like button, and bring it back. It's that simple, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Let me calm down. Let's go. All right, let's continue with this mess, man. Yeah, I'm the second highest paid cornerback on my own team, and it's not even close. First of all, I want to understand what's not even close. Let me read this, y'all. Yes, I'm the second highest paid cornerback on my own team, and it's not even close. What ain't close? The contract? Byron getting 16 a year. You make an annual salary of 15. Maybe he didn't understand this contract. Just because they paying you 12 this year, the other 3 was part of the signing bonus they gave you up front. What do you mean it's not close? Byron's getting 16 on average a year, and you're getting 15. What are you talking about? It's not even close. Byron gonna ball out this year. Y'all watch. Anyway, I want to clear up a few misconceptions about my situation. All right, clear them up, X. My agent, David Cantor, and I have never once asked for a completely new contract. Nobody ever, well, I guess some people out there did say you wanted a whole new contract. But does he realize restructuring a contract, giving you more annually and more guarantees is a new contract? That's what that is. Let's keep it moving, man. We wanted things to work out with the Dolphins and brought solutions to the table like guaranteeing more money. That was felt that we felt were win-wins for both sides. These were proposals of adjustments that wouldn't just make me feel more respected, but were also cap friendly. But the Dolphins refused anything we proposed. The Dolphins refused anything we proposed. Now, that is going to be the main topic. I want to talk about that. But let me finish the reading because I got to come back to that whole paragraph because that's the interesting piece. 700 people watching, y'all, because y'all are hitting the like button. We got 400 likes. Let's get to 500. We're going to get this up to 800, all right? That is why I don't feel the organization has dealt with me in good faith. I don't feel valued or respected by the Dolphins. Just like they can take a business first approach, so can I. True. That's why I want to make it clear I'm not happy and have requested a trade. Until that trade happens, I am just here so I don't get fined and will handle myself like professionals do. Thank you for talking to us, X. Now let's go back to what matters, okay? We wanted things to work out with the Dolphins and brought solutions to the table, like more guaranteed money that we felt were win-wins for both sides. They were proposals of adjustments that wouldn't just make me feel more respected, but were also cap friendly. But the Dolphins refused everything we proposed. See, it's funny how he throws out there it was cap friendly. You don't know what's cap friendly for the Miami Dolphins. You don't know what's cap friendly. First of all, you talked about another man's money making $16 million a year, so you obviously wanted more than him. So I don't care if it was 17. That may have not have been cap friendly for the team. Then you wanted more guarantees. First of all, let's get something straight, Miami Dolphins Nation. What we need to realize is the simple fact that Xavien Howard was not a part of the Miami Dolphins long-term solution anymore. They expected next year to probably move on from this man. They drafted more corners. They sat there and brought in Byron Jones. The writing was on the wall. They just expected him to at least play this last year right here. That was the plan all along anyway. So for those who are probably going to be trying to get on the Miami Dolphins all day tomorrow, let's get something straight. It wasn't cap friendly for the team because they had no plans to keep Xavien Howard past this year anyway. And I've been telling y'all that for the longest, that he wasn't going to be a part of the long term. And I also said that 2 years ago, I told y'all, best case scenario, this is the situation you'll be in. I told y'all this 2 years ago that the best case scenario with Xavien Howard is the situation we're in right now. Best case scenario. I've been told y'all this. I've been telling y'all this for years now. And y'all been, oh, you an X-hater. Oh, why you want to see X go? Because he was never going to be a part of the long-term plan past the age of 30. And I told y'all the Miami Dolphins were literally going to have his prime while we were building. And that's why I said, go get everything you can get for this man. But where I was wrong was his value. They gambled and it paid off because his value, this is the highest it will ever be. I said that last year, and that's where I was wrong. This is the highest his value will ever be. So congratulations to the Miami Dolphins. You played this to genius. You played this geniusly. Now, I know a lot of y'all still want to see him at least this year, but it don't matter. It don't matter. You know why it don't matter? Because now they might use this man, and I'm sorry, get mad all you want, to go get Deshaun Watson. Yes, I said it. And that's probably why they were sitting there listen to what the man said. But the Dolphins refused everything we proposed. Everything we proposed. Everything we proposed. They weren't trying to hear nothing. I don't care what you proposing. This is your deal. And you know why an organization can be that bold? Because they already got plans for him. They already got plans for him. And I'm very confident at this point it's a part of a trade package anyway. It's a part of a trade package anyway. They already got plans for this man. They refused everything. Does it sound like they were really negotiating? You see what Flores said on the podium a month ago? It was about a month ago. You remember what Flores said? Well, this is a new situation. It's never been happened, but we're trying to work through this. You ain't trying nothing. Y'all got plans. You got plans, and if the plans ain't Watson, then what are you doing? So I'm sorry. Now I got to, just for a brief moment, y'all, I ain't going to stay on them long, but I got to shift gears to the Dolphins. If your plans ain't to go get Watson, then what are you doing? What are you doing? Because I told y'all from day one, if Watson ain't on this roster, they got to upgrade the quarterback position. I mean, not Watson, but Xavien Howard. And if you're not going to get Watson, you better keep X, because you don't need that much more pressure on Tua like that. No, ain't no be patient, because you just lost 10 extra possessions a season. You just lost another 10 extra possessions a season. And I already thought Tua had pressure. This is pressure through the roof now. Now his flaws, any flaws this kid got or any downfalls, it might be amplified because he won't even get as many opportunities and shots anymore. Yeah, we'll still get some turnovers, but y'all know what I'm talking about. We just took a blow on the defense. So you need the offense to make up for that blow, not just an improvement from last year, but an exceptional improvement. I mean, it has to be huge. It's the truth. Kyle said, ain't you worried about the future with Watson? The case still ain't closed, so doesn't that worry you? Bro, I ain't worried. First of all, civil is civil. Civil is civil. The worst thing that comes out of civil is money. And if the league come down with something, it ain't forever. Only thing that I would concern myself about is criminal. And as of right now, the Houston Police Department basically are saying they don't have enough because they have done nothing in 4 months after investigating and speaking to literally 10 women. 10 women. Stop saying 10 criminal cases. There are no cases. Cases happen when they bring charges, ladies and gentlemen. All we have are complaints. There are not cases. Cases mean they have already charged him. They have taken him to the county jail. He has been booked and released on potential bail. That's what a case is. Not a complaint. Not a complaint. 4 months later and you got 10 complaints and no charges. No, I ain't concerned. I'll concern myself when the first charge comes, whether he on the roster or not. All I'm saying to y'all is listen, this puts massive pressure on the offense. Massive attention to Tua Tagovailoa now. Listen, if you watch this show on the regular, nobody should be surprised right now about this Xavien Howard move. This ain't going off of, well, you requested a trade. I've been telling y'all what would happen for the 2 years now. Nobody on here should be surprised. I've been telling y'all this for 2 years now. Why everybody, this idiot, X never even asked for a trade. He's not going anywhere. You just hating. You want to see X out of here. He ain't going nowhere. Where y'all at? Please raise your hand in the comment section. Where are you? The people that call me idiots and blah, 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 that I don't know nothing. X gonna be a Dolphin. Stop hating. You don't know what you're talking about. Why would they trade him? Blah, 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 blah. Where y'all at? Show up. Show up. Present yourself. The point is, none of y'all should be shocked, though. If you watch this channel, how many times do I sit here and tell y'all stuff and we argue our behind off, and then I say the famous line that I always say when I'm tired of arguing, time will tell. And yeah, here we are, another moment in time where it told. Another moment in time where it told. Rock said trade for Watson. Keep Tua. If Watson gets suspended, Tua can start the season till Watson can play them. Trade them next offseason. Listen. Listen. X getting traded. Somebody said, so what do we got to give for Watson? We'll talk about that in a little bit, homie. Now we got to talk about what we can get for X. Say it ain't for Watson and we just going a straight up trade. Man, there are some potential suitors, man. But now, tomorrow, officially, the league will be calling. The whole league calling tomorrow now. The whole league will be calling now. And you heard the report. I know you heard the report. You heard the report, man. The Houston Texans, they like Watson. I mean, not Watson, excuse me. I'm talking about X. Another thing before I move on, because I am going to play a sound clip from about Xavien Howard, Tua Tagovailoa, and the Houston Texans situation. I'm gonna play a sound clip for y'all and tell me what y'all think. But before I get started, congratulations, Miami Dolphins. What your organization just showed is they stand for something. They ain't falling for anything. We gave you the contract, you signed it. If you had a problem with it, it ain't none of our business, since you do understand. So you do understand that this is a business. So it ain't none of our business that you didn't know your business. You under contract. And you know what? I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. Watch this. He said, until that trade happens, I am just here so I don't get fined and will handle myself like a professional. Man, you might look up and Chris Greer says, well, handle yourself like a professional. Get out there and practice. We'll see you game 1. Let's see how much of a professional you're going to handle yourself like then. Game 1. Let's go. Game 2. Let's go. Hey, I thought you said you were going to be a professional. You're still under contract. Be a professional. Be here so you don't get fined. Let's go. Let's play football, Xavien Howard. Isn't that what you said to the people of the world on Instagram? You're here so you don't get fined, but until you're traded, you're going to be a professional. Well, you know what? We might just trade you 3 years from now. TD, you jinxed it, bro. I ain't jinxed it. I common sensed it. I've been sitting here explaining to y'all why this would happen using common sense because the writing was on the wall. I told y'all 2 years ago, we got a 3-year rebuild process. That man after that is going to be heading into getting ready to be 30. He ain't a part of the Super Bowl future anyway. I told y'all that 2 years ago. I told y'all any player on this roster could be moved because if you ain't a part of the Super Bowl future, you could be out of here. I said that to y'all. Your best player, whatever. Matter of fact, in a rebuild, you take the best players, you make sure you maximize their value, and you trade them away at the last minute. I told y'all that already. Ain't no jinx. That's just common sense. Because everything after 29 years old is a gamble. And some of y'all want us to gamble for 5 years. No. Chris Greer and them ain't no fools. They ain't no suckers. This man might go off and win league MVP. Oh, well. He wasn't going to do it here for the next 3-4 years. Oh, well. So whoever in the league want to go ahead and trade for him and take that contract, be our guest. You see what they dealing with in Seattle? Gonna report last week, oh, Jamal Adams close to a deal, yay! And then all of a sudden yesterday, Jamal Adams and the Seahawks aren't even close. But they traded the house for this man. They gave away all those assets and stuff for Jamal Adams, and now they don't want to give him a big deal, but you're going to have to. You're going to have to because you don't give away the future in draft picks and don't end up with a deal, or you're the biggest laughing stock in the NFL. Same thing happened with Laramie Tunsil. And let me tell you, that's why what X is doing is kind of genius for himself, though. I must admit, y'all know I'm going right back to being on X side in the sense of you got to do what you got to do to get your cash. That's why it's genius, because if anybody trade for this man, he gonna get over there and be like, yeah, I want $22 million a year. No, what do you mean 22X? I mean, we'll at least give you Ramsey money at 20. No, I want 22. No, I want 22. Well, it look like I'm gonna have to hold out. Appreciate you giving the Dolphins all those assets for nothing then. That's the same thing Laramie Tunsil did. Laramie Tunsil sat over there, got in his 3-point stand, and kept jumping off sides, by the way, but that's the homie, by the way. But got down there in Houston, and Laramie Tunsil just sitting there like this every game, like, yeah, my mama negotiating this contract right now. They done gave away everything for me. Oh, I'm going to get exactly what I want. Man got $22 million a year. Who would have ever thought Laramie Tunsil was going to grab $22 million per year on an annual contract? We over here debating. Well, I'm over here yelling, you don't pay Laramie Tunsil $18 million, man. And y'all sitting there, man, you got to. He the best player, TD. I'm like, no, I'm not giving him $18 million. And he got 22 in Houston. He got 22. 22. Because they got to pay you even more. Soon as you get in that building and flip the switch on them, you already gave up the capital. Hey, if I don't sign a deal, I don't sign a deal. It is what it is. So Chris Greer, go ahead and rob somebody. Go ahead and rob somebody, get them assets, and then let X go on and rob the team he go to. That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. And I must admit, I told y'all before, it's genius. It's genius for the player. Matter of fact, this is the best situation he could have ever hoped for. Matter of fact, the Dolphins trading you is us doing you a favor. We put you in a position of the utmost leverage. Whatever team trade for you, you have 1,000% leverage over them. But what can we get for the man? What can we get for the Xavien Howard? And how many of y'all got an X jersey? Put it in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. Say I do if you got an X jersey. Man, I told y'all been tough on low with these players. All these X jerseys, but that's why some of y'all want 2 or 2 because hey, you done bought the jersey. Shout out to the homie Dougley Durong in the comment section. He said, what a crazy day, huh? Man, oh man. You know what? I'm loving the day. You know why I'm loving the day? Because these things were inevitable anyway, and at least they happen sooner rather than later. Man, I want to keep him, bro. You don't? Why? What you want to keep him for? At this point, what you want to keep him for? He a problem in the locker room. Basically comparing his money to specific players. He already a problem in the locker room. Y'all got to call it what it is. Not only is Byron Jones going to be looking sideways, but the real ones in that locker room going to be looking sideways because they know that's a violation. The real ones know that's a violation, man. You don't call out somebody else's money and compare what they getting to yours. Straight violation, man. Straight violation. Club said send him somewhere with state taxes. Man, it ain't even about being spiteful, y'all. It's just about getting the best deal Miami can get in return. But I'm past that. Y'all on the deal. Y'all talking about getting back at him. I'm not on a tip of getting back at X because send him somewhere like this. I'm worried about Tua Tagovailoa. And that's real. I know, here he go. But this puts enormous pressure on the offense now. And for this kid to be legit straight out the gate, because if the defense take a step back and we got to rely on the offense a lot more, I'm telling y'all, man, it's gonna be chaos this year. Fan base gonna be going crazy at each other. The people gonna be mad. We win 7 games this year. Unacceptable. I don't care with or without X, ladies and gentlemen. Unacceptable. We have to make the playoffs. And I will admit, X is probably an individual that's a 2-game factor. Based off of the way our team was designed last year, Xavien Howard alone is a 2-game factor. And I ain't gonna lie, that's a huge factor. Y'all wonder why I be like, bring in a quarterback that's a 3-game factor. See, a lot of people that came down to earth after him asking for a trade now. Because now all the 10 wins, 11 wins, 12 wins, 13 wins, some of y'all see the reality of if Tua can make an increase and we may only get, it might be 8 wins. He can play a little better and it might be 8 wins. The strength of our defense was having 2 lockdown guys on the outside to give the pass rush more time and to send more blitzes. Now a quarterback has a first read that even if it ain't open, he's going to try. It doesn't mean they're going to be successful, but they are going to test it. They are definitely going to test it. They're not going to hesitate to throw it because great corners also live off of the fact that a quarterback see is tightly covered, they won't even throw it. Now, even if it's tightly covered, they're going to take a shot. And this the NFL. Receivers make plays, as Devontae Parker. And then we're going to be sitting here looking at the offense. Man. Oh, man. See, that's what we can't do. We can't be going back into giving up points and then we still punting. Last year, let me tell y'all what had you so excited last year is the fact that even though we weren't putting up points, our defense was still stopping. So we were excited about every offensive possession because it was a chance. Oh, we ain't do nothing. Oh, the defense be on the side. Come on now. Come on, offense. Oh, first down. Oh, we ain't do nothing. Oh, the defense stopped them. All right. We were in games. We were in fourth quarters like, oh, man, this is a good game. We had a lot of good games last year, but it wasn't the right type of good games. It was good games where it was low scoring because the offense could move, but the defense held us down. And now if other teams are putting up more points and we're punting, we can't live in the life of playing from behind. We can't live that life. I don't want Brian Flores on the sideline looking like Adam Gase, Dan Campbell and all of them, Philbin and all of them. I don't want that, man. Playing from behind, and we sitting there in the third quarter at the beginning down by 20 points. Whoo, boy, ain't this an eye-opener? X gets traded. How many games we winning now with the roster currently constructed? Put it in the comment section. I love to get y'all gauge on this. Hit that like button, y'all. We got 840 people watching, 542 likes. Hit that like button. Punch that like button. Let's get 600 likes. Told y'all we were going to get over 800. Great channel, TD. Appreciate you, homie. Somebody said 8. Somebody said 10. Let me tell you, if you don't get 11 wins, you ain't in the playoffs because 11 may not even get you in. You see all these sub 11 win games? Give me a second. Can y'all hear me? Okay, we good. This year is going to show us a lot about this team. Yeah, it is. It really is. 11-6, and you'll still need tiebreakers. Exactly. TD, this will work itself out. Yes, I hear you. Yeah, we hope so. 12 with Chandler Jones. You got to make a type of move like that. But y'all also got to understand Chandler Jones is a 31-year-old defensive end. And yes, that man is dominant. But again, another guy that are you going to gamble on his latter years? He want big money. You want to gamble on the latter years? I don't know if that's really in their cards. I don't know if that's what they're really trying to do. I really don't. 12 wins should do it. I agree. Now, the one thing that works in our favor, I saw something the other day where we have the 5th easiest schedule as of right now in the NFL. That'll help. But teams got better, man. Teams got better. And I'm going to tell y'all now, man. I've been talking to several people. There's only one thing that makes this. There's only one thing. One thing that makes this seem like a whatever. You gotta go get that guy. You gotta get a come on, man. There's very few players that offset this in the league. Offset this type of situation. Very few. Give me a second. I wanna play something for y'all. I want to play this for y'all. Y'all give me a second, all right? All right. I'm going to play an audio clip from y'all. I'm going to play an audio clip for y'all. And shout out to The Real Reason on Twitter. He dropped this yesterday. It was Benjamin Albright's interview. I don't know if y'all heard this, but I'm going to play it. It ain't number 2 minutes. Testing. All right, cool. I want y'all tell me, can y'all hear this?
In Houston for the Texans, training camp has started. Deshaun Watson showed up. He's not going to.
Can y'all hear that audio? Yes or no in the comment section. Yes or no in the comment section if you can hear it. Yep, yes. All right, cool. Let me play this because I was going to talk about this yesterday, but I said I'm going to leave this alone. I'm going to let the Watson situation play out. But I got to play this because they talk about Xavien Howard too. He thinks that X is going to be on the roster, but watch this.
In Houston for the Texans, training camp has started. Deshaun Watson showed up. He's not going to be fined $50,000 a day. You're starting to hear rumblings now from the media about, hey, he still wants to be traded. And maybe even some NFL teams are sort of bellying back
Benjamin
up to the
Albright,
bar
NFL
with
Insider.
interest with him. What's the latest on his status?
Well, they haven't put him on the exempt list because thanks to the new CBA, you have to be able to prove something in order to put him on that. And the NFL can't prove it at this point. I've seen some shoddy reporting that the NFL concluded that, there was nothing that had occurred the way that it was framed. And that's not true. They just couldn't prove that any of these things occurred. And so they haven't put him on the exempt list. He did show up. We knew he was going to show up because, obviously he's not taking those $50,000 fines, especially this season where he's only making $10 million. That really, hurt him financially. So at this point in time, there are teams that have inquired. Both Carolina and Philadelphia have reached back out to see, what the cost would be. But I'm told from his side of the house, Miami's the destination. I'm told that Deshaun Watson wants Miami, and that's the only one he's willing to waive the trade clause for. He was to reunite with his buddy Will Fuller, and that's what he wants. The compensation for him, the Texans are asking 3 firsts, 2 seconds, and 2 players. Is something I've reported here months ago. It's the same compensation they're asking for. I don't know if they're going to get that, but that's what they're asking.
So let me ask you this. In terms of Miami being a possible destination for Deshaun Watson, from the people you talk to down there, what in the world has happened in the offseason and even in his rookie season that Miami seemingly has soured to that point on Tua Tagovailoa?
Well, Tua was always an ownership pick. The coaching staff there wasn't the biggest fans. They were afraid. They watched his tape. They said he's afraid to pull the trigger on the deep ball. He just, it's kind of an Alex Smith situation where he'll dink and dunk you. And they felt like he had been buoyed by the talent around him there at Alabama. You go back and you watch, we got to see it up close. Ryan Fitzpatrick clearly played better, right? And clearly was willing to push the ball down the field where Tua wasn't. And Tua he was confused by some of the coverages. I mean, he had a bad game. He got benched against the Broncos. He had a bad game. He got benched several times last year. And that coaching staff is just not sold that that's the guy. That's not the guy they want to bet their job on. So
I'm going to stop that. This is what Miami's dealing with right now. This is the situation that we're in. This is the situation that we're in. The Miami Dolphins got to figure this out, ladies and gentlemen. We need to be a winning team no matter what this year. The Miami Dolphins told X no to all his proposals. So it looks like he's either going to be traded or they're going to play hardball and expect him to play, and it's going to get real nasty and ugly. It's that simple. Time will tell. But all y'all people, one of the main reasons I wanted to play that is because all y'all people saying, oh, Eagles going to get him and this and that. He wants to be in Miami, and he's always wanted to be in Miami. That's always been the destination. So what is Chris Grier going to do? Is he going to pull the trigger and make this team better? Or is he going to continue with a team that isn't as good because it's the same, almost the same team as last year, but now potentially minus X? Mr. Charles said we can win 11 plus games if we're able to get talent back for X versus picks. Can you name some realistic trade options for X outside of Houston? King, bro, like first you have to evaluate what part of the roster will elevate this team if you want to trade players. Because you're not going to make any trade that brings back a cornerback of his equivalents, okay? So that's pretty much kind of out of the question. So what would help this team is if we can make a trade for X and bring back a starting caliber center. And it would probably have to be two players. For that, we need a starting caliber center. And maybe add a running back into that. Give me a center and a running back. You know, a running back that doesn't have to be great, but at least a little more proven than the guys that we have on the roster right now. That would help the team. May help the running game, may help. Hey, somebody put Tony Pollard in the comment section. I got to be 1,000 with you. I like Tony Pollard. The problem with Tony Pollard is he just ain't going to get enough reps because of Ezekiel Elliott. That is the kind of caliber player that I think could actually add value to our running group. But we need a center to go along with Tony Pollard because he ain't even close to the value of X. Not even, he's really not even close. We need a guy who can start at center and a running back. That would be a good package. And outside of that, I got to be 1,000 with you. Quarterback. That's it. Look at the team. You ain't got to start center for the future. You don't have a premier running back. And outside of that, because you got to understand, teams having a top corner, a top 10 corner in the league, it's not common to have two. We just had a luxury. Every year there may be like 3 teams that have two top guys at max. Most teams only have one in the top 10. And we already got one in Byron Jones, and most rankings have him number 8. We already got a top 10. So you really don't need a top 10 on both sides. But you also have to be stronger in other areas. So when you look at this roster, there are only 3 areas where we can make a significant upgrade if we had the opportunity. Center is one, running back is another, and without getting in your feelings, quarterback. You can make an upgrade. This ain't about us, we trusted to and we're hoping to grow him and this and that. That's not what this is about. It's just simply saying those are the 3 top areas we can actually upgrade. Clearly. That could help the team. right away. Doug said it hurts us in the aspect that teams won't give up a lot for him, thinking he wants to stay. If Miami, oh man, it went by fast. Let me go back to it. If Miami doesn't like what they offer, they know he doesn't want to be there. Well, you know what? That's true. Unless you're trading him in a package for somebody else. See, when it's I hate to keep talking about Deshaun Watson, but that's not the case when you talk about a Deshaun Watson trade. It's not the case because we got one player on one side want to be out now, and another player on the other side want to be out. It starts helping the situation, to be honest with you. When someone needs him bad from injuries, man, there's teams that need him bad without injuries. They just need to come up with that realization and be honest with themselves. And there are teams, because back last year there were teams inquiring about X. Trade Xavien and Parker to Saints for Eric McCoy and Alvin Kamara. I'm with the Eric McCoy, but why everybody keep thinking Alvin Kamara is going to get traded when he just got paid and right now he technically is the face of that franchise? He is a bigger face in New Orleans than X. Than honestly, in my opinion, X will ever be. He's ingrained in that fan base, and they just gave him his money. That's definitely not likely to happen, ladies and gentlemen. But never say never. Houston is in a rebuild. I don't see them giving a cornerback that isn't going to be there long so much money. Then why did the Dolphins give X money in the first place? They gave him the money when we officially put our foot down and said we are about to rebuild. We didn't even start rebuilding yet. They gave him his money and said, all right, here's the rebuild. Let's go. 2 years ago, don't forget that. 2 years ago, they gave X money when they knew we were going into a rebuild. And they knew when we came out of the rebuild, he would be older and he wouldn't be a part of the long-term plans past then. But there is a such thing as paying a player while you're in a rebuild because you are going to use salary cap and then using them as a bargaining chip later. There is a such thing as that. Especially if you're trying to unload another player. See, what people have to understand is, here's what no one's talking about. The benefit for the Houston Texans. You have to understand how much money the Houston Texans are about to be relieved of from a salary cap standpoint for several years to come on Watson's deal. X's money ain't it wouldn't kill them at all. They're really about to, in essence, load up draft picks. Like right now, they're not even in a rebuild. They actually just getting players to have a team on the field, and they're going to start a process of accumulating assets. So this whole year, they will be accumulating assets, and next summer, they will accumulate more by wiping everybody that they do have value on that team out. See, here's the benefit of having a trash team. Is somebody get the touches, somebody get the receptions, and as they're the ones who are targeted and their value goes up, you just start flipping them after the season. Houston's rebuild actually ain't going to start until next season. This season, since they're in limbo, they're just bringing in players to play right now, filling up the roster until they figure out the approach that they actually want to take. But they'll have the money. They will have the money easily. And they'll have much needed relief for years to come. So when they do start the rebuild, they can actually bring in good free agents and everything. That's how it's going to go down over there. Mark my words, they're going to try to accumulate assets. But in that process, they have to unload Deshaun Watson. And also, even if they acquired an Xavien Howard, who's to say they won't turn around and retrade him? This is how these things work. TD, what do you think we're going to do? Man, listen, Chris Greer ain't going to get played like a fool by anyone. If the deal is right, they're going to take advantage of it. So I have no clue. Plenty of people will be inquiring. They might get some enticing stuff tomorrow. Look, they already coming out with all kind of stories online right now. We've been told that the Cowboys, Cardinals, and Saints are among the teams showing legitimate interest in acquiring Xavien Howard. Miami is looking for a first-round pick and more for the All-Pro corner. So they're going to get a first plus something. And when they get that first, you know what Miami going to do? They probably gonna get like a first and a third or a first and a second. And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna turn around and say, who said the Eagles got more? That's what they're gonna do. And they hoping it's from a trash team so that that draft pick will be even more valuable. Doug said that's the biggest thing we can hope for, a bidding war. You better know it, man. Because teams will need him. But get it done sooner rather than later. Get it done sooner rather than later. Adam Beasley just reported. I doubt, this is Adam Beasley's words, so don't get mad at me. He said, I doubt the Texans would get a better offer anytime soon for Deshaun Watson than Xavien Howard, a first and a 2022 third. Wow. That's it? First of all, I don't agree with him because it would be the steal of the century. But I got to ask y'all, because if that's all you would have to give for Deshaun, he should have been here last week. So I don't know if Adam Beasley, I think they can get a lot more than that for Watson. But he thinks that the Texans won't get a better deal than X, a first, and a 2022 third. If he does, if we get Deshaun Watson for that and still keep the 2 first rounders the year after, come on, man. Matter of fact, for that price, I'm keeping 2 on the roster. Xavien Howard is a native of Xavien Howard is a native of Houston. Yes, we know that. He is from Houston. That is his home, by the way. He is from Houston. I'm not saying that connects, but, who knows? Adam Beasley need to stop that mess, man. He done got me like, ooh, what if Greer actually got a deal like that done? That would be insane. Bro, we would have the party of all parties. Imagine getting a deal where you give up X, a first rounder, and a third. Unreal. No. But he seems to believe they ain't going to get a better deal than that right now. I'm going to be honest with y'all. At this point, even with the legal issues, that's a good deal. Period. That's a good deal without knowing what the outcome would be. I don't care if the league come back and say he ain't never playing again. That was worth the gamble, which we know ain't going to be the case. That would be worth the gamble. I would give up X, a first and a third, even if it ran a risk of the league coming back saying this guy will never play in the league again. Honestly, that's so crazy. That would be worth the gamble. Man. Somebody said, what about Grant? Oh, I was making jokes about that earlier. You notice X was on his way in and he kind of like fist bumped Grant, but Grant was on his way out. I was like, hold on. I was like, oh man, X showing up. And Grant like, they don't want me here, man. I'm out. Oh man. Somebody said I'll drive X myself. Oh man, Watson would love South Beach. Hey. Oh man, TD, it was the opposite. Yeah, it was the opposite, right? Grant said I forgot something in my car and oh man. Yeah, I don't believe it either, ABAB. He said, I don't know how realistic to say they'll just take X a first and a third. I don't believe it either. That would be insane. Bro, I'm going to tell you, it would be a robbery to take X and 2 firsts. That would even be a robbery. But I'm telling you, Chris Greer got something up his sleeve. You know why? Because the sternness and what Xavien Howard said to us, y'all got to notice what he said. He said the Dolphins refused every suggestion. Like they didn't wiggle on nothing. They didn't even say, okay, we'll guarantee your contract this year. Like they didn't wiggle on anything. That just made me feel Chris Greer got something up his sleeves. He wasn't finna cater to a guy that he probably was about to send away anyway. I'm telling you, man, that clock ticking. I told y'all something big was going to happen, and this ain't it. It's still to come. Something big is going to happen, and this ain't even it. But he don't know. But let me tell you something. His agent, he did. You know what? When I think of it, he did it right. He was terrible for what he did, how he did it with this message out there, and then bringing up Byron. But I guess that's how you make sure that you get out of there. See, it's one thing to say you want out and you request a trade, but this is how you kind of start to give yourself guarantees that you can get traded by being a little controversial in it. Like, you know, how he basically trying to call the Dolphins out in his message and all up in Byron Jones' pocket. So that kind of, it's inevitable. I'm just wondering where all these people who got mad at me for saying that X would get traded. Where y'all at? I ain't seen y'all all night. Somebody said it's a deal already on. Trust me, I know it. That's how I'm telling you. First of all, I've already heard some stuff. I'm going to be honest with y'all, and I'm going to leave it at this. I thought something was going to go down Sunday from what I was hearing, and it didn't. I thought something was straight up finna go down on Sunday from what I was hearing. I was ready, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Don't mean it won't happen, but it just didn't happen. It didn't happen. I told you guys we taking our team back. Hey, but another thing, I started telling y'all a year ago when we was having panels and stuff, I said, y'all got to understand. At some point in the next 2 years, there will be 0 non-Flores guys on this roster. I told y'all that, didn't I? I told y'all the next wave of guys to go. Bobby McCain, Xavien Howard. It was one more. Jakeem Grant, Albert Wilson. And I know it was one more. Mike Gesicki. If I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Was it Gesicki? Was Gesicki drafted by Flores? Or is that Greer? Was Gesicki drafted by Flores? No, Parker. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Parker. That's who it was. I told y'all this last year, and I argued. I said, I'm telling y'all, give it 2 years, not a single non-Flores guy going to be on this team. I told y'all that. Bobby gone. X probably about to be gone. You already see the whole thing with Parker. We don't know, but we'll see. Who else? We already know where they at with Jakeem Grant. Everybody already think he gonna be gone, but we'll see, because that's also cap relief. But we'll see. And Albert Wilson. I told y'all, every single one of those guys who aren't Flores guys may be gone. And the only person that has withstood the time right now at this point is Jerome Baker. And some people call him the teacher's pet. I just think that's unfair, but Flores loves him. Flores love that guy. Flores love what Baker bring. Trade Watson, keep Tua just in case. If the deal is right, why not? I'm with that too. You saw what the 72 Dolphins did. Starter got hurt. Backup came in, led him to the Super Bowl. Starter came back, finished it all out. Things happen. I mean, but ain't nothing wrong with having great talent. And my whole thing is, I am not trying to bash Tua, but I wish this kid I wish we had an Alex Smith situation like Mahomes had in Kansas City. I wish we had a Rodgers situation like in Green Bay. Tua is a 3-year guy, and I wish he had that opportunity. But we have a roster that can compete and win now. And tonight we learned that we might be taking a huge blow. And in order to make that up, we're going to need a quarterback who is ready to not only make up for the Xavien Howard deficit, but even with his deficit, not just bring us back to where X would have had us, but still exceed it. See, that's what some of y'all got to realize Watson does. He covers the deficit of X and still exceeds it for this team. People don't understand the numbers this man can put up with a bad team around him, and our team is still better. How many wins with Watson without X? 13? 13? If you can get him in the camp as soon as possible, 13. Your running game going to open up because of his threat. Your passing game going to already be just ridiculously dangerous because this will be the best receiving core he probably ever had. Your defense is still going to be top half in the league. Yeah. Your offensive line don't have to be great. They actually get an opportunity to grow now because he know how to make them better with his legs, and he going to make more happen with his legs anyway. Somebody said Watson hasn't won 13 games on the Texans. Get out of your head. Watson never had this team, did he? Never had this team. Watson never had cumulatively the talent that we have on this roster right now. Never. Listen, man, I'm about to get out of here. We got 800 people still rocking with us right now. But listen, hit that like button. I'm actually, man, I'm finna get back to my kids. We finna play some spades. I'm about to, run some Bostons on them. We about to have some fun, man, because I need to step away, man. I need to step away. I feel, man, I'm just going to come back hard tomorrow. I'm sorry, y'all. I know a lot of y'all wanted to come on the stream. I'm going to step away and enjoy some time with my kids, man, clear my mind after all of this crap. And now the ball's in Chris Greer's court. Get us the best deal you can get. And if you can't get a deal done, hey, we better be getting Watson, period. It's that simple. It's that simple, man. So I'm about to go love on the kids. Thank all y'all, all 840 of y'all at one point that tuned in tonight. And I appreciate everybody, all 673 people that hit the like button. We should have over 700. Let me see. TD going fishing. Bye, TD. Do your thing, TD. I am, man. I'm finna get out of here. If I still feel a little heated after playing cards, man, I might come back live just to chat with some of y'all and drop the link. All right. But love y'all, appreciate y'all. I will see y'all later. This is TD FansTalk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Peace. I'm out, man.